Hello everyone, the Overplayer back, and welcome to the video on how to get a cross-map Tomahawk on Nuketown. I know this was kind of one of the first big videos I did back in Modern Warfare, and I know some people might have been looking forward towards that, and we finally have it. I haven't been working on it as much because I've been wanting to do Dark Matter stuff, which I now have finished, and I will be doing Dark Aether stuff later on. But for now, let's talk about this cross-map spot. Alright, so, the beauty about Tomahawks in Modern Warfare, not Modern Warfare, in Cold War, is that they are way bouncier than the throwing knives in Modern Warfare. We don't have to be that precise. So I'm going to move my character back here and throw the Tomahawk again. And as you can see, we get all that room for someone running out of spawn to die. So let's say I'm over here, obviously here's Dark Matter, and I'm running out of spawn. I just get instantly hit by it. But it doesn't have to be right specifically here, or right specifically here. It can be anywhere in between. And if you're a little off on the height, you can still get in this area. It might not be as bouncy, but you'll definitely still get in this area. So, let's look at our bottom screen here and really go over exactly where we want this to be placed. So, things I would like you to take notice of. Now this is an MP5 variant, or an MP5, so hipfire reticles may differ, but you're gonna want that dot about a little to the up and left, like my centering dot. It's basically exactly where I'll aim. You won't see it on the knife, but like right where I aim, you want it to be a direct line. You can see those stars right there in between the bottom part of my crosshairs. That's about where you want it. Now, I realized, number one, this is specific to Holiday Nuketown, so this won't work if you're trying to do this later. And number two, this, like, let's say you don't have any of these other references, or you're having trouble getting this done. What you can do is, if you'll notice on the right-hand side of my screen, I have my score streaks. There's a box on the very, very right-hand side. Like where my HUD is, there's a box. I know I'm not moving, but I don't want to alter this. It's right above the packing tape. So if I move, you can see that the HUD moves with me. If I just move that to the packing tape, excuse me, that gives me just the height I need. And that stays consistent throughout both versions of the Nuketown. Now, as for a throw, we want it at 272 if we're at the yellow house. And if we're at the green house, that's going to be later in the video, so stick around, we're going to get to it. All we do, once we have our score streak above the box and our compass at 272, is we throw. And then as you can see, it comes bouncing right into their spawn, which is beautiful. This is a more passive method to do this. You obviously, this is not too high traffic, and then you obviously have to wait for the Tomahawk to recharge. But if you're someone who doesn't want to like stand in a spot all day and go for this, this is the method for you. And also, if you're wondering where I'm standing on this character, it's actually really simple. I am standing right here. I think I was standing right here originally, but basically, I was standing right up against this wall of fence. This one right here. So we'll just line this up again, get our score streak right above that packing tape. Go to 272. Chuck. And there it comes in. Beautifully into spawn. You can see it's obviously a little bit off, but that's okay. So, that's how you do it from yellow house side. It's the most consistent method I've found because the issue is the other spots from spawn. Like, there's technically this spot over here that we could use, but this can be shot by so many directions. We can't throw it from out of the garage because of how exposed it is, and if we're too far in it, then it doesn't go far enough. So that's really just the best spot to do it over here. The other technical spot you could do it in is from this window, and you could just chuck it right down there. I'm not going to go over specifics for this because you don't need specifics. Like, you can probably see it on the top screen over there, that it literally just goes in there. But you also have to wait and get lucky. With that spot, you are completely covered and you don't have to worry about people in the opposing window or by the Jeep or down below. It's very nice. So, let's get into the other spot. Alright, we return with our next spot. So, you all actually should recognize this spot. This is very simple. This is the spot on Greenhouse where you just crawl up the banister. I'll show the railing on my right in just a moment. And what you want to do is align the center part right under this third reef down or second one up, depending how you want it. Right here, you can see my little center crosshair moving. At about 88, this is really imprecise because what we're going for is this alley right here. That one right there. You can actually see the bullets on the bottom screen. But we're going to go to about this second reef up. And we're going to get it right beside that chimney. And then what we'll do... I think... Did I hit... Oh, no. Okay. I was wrong. I might have banked it off or something, but... either way, you guys can see that the Tomahawk went right into this alley. Now, I like this spot the most, and here's why. Because I can actually tell when a person is coming. Like, I'll see the person coming, but they won't see me. People don't often look in this spot unless you camp there for a while and kill them a bunch. So if what you do is you get up here, and you might want to angle it down a bit. So you'll notice that it didn't go fully into the spawn. This is planned, so when you throw it, it bounces off the ground a bit, and it goes right into them. So like, obviously if I was the guy down here, I wouldn't be standing still way back over here. I don't need to precisely get it over here because people don't camp right here. What they do is they run right through this alleyway and try to get into mid or something like that. And you're waiting up there, perfectly posed, or poised I should say, in order to get the perfect Tomahawk kill. And it is a Hail Mary. I can't mark, but trust me, it is. Both of these spots are. And that's going to be about it. So these spots are very simple. This spot obviously is my favorite, but if you're on yellow side and you need to get it, obviously you can go right up here against this little fence wall. And thankfully, unless they're invading your spawn, they can't kill you. The best mode to do this in is Domination, obviously. Because if you do this in Domination, it's going to be way simpler and spawns will lock pretty much. So you won't have people constantly flipping spawns getting into your house. It would be really annoying like that. There are a couple other spots that are possible, like I said. Like you can go onto the green roof. Like right over here. And chuck Tomahawks down over there. You could chuck one down technically into this alley. But the problem with all of these other spots is that they are so much more open to everything else. The two that I have shown you are some of the most closed off on the map, so you can really focus on lining everything up. As up with there, you just line it up with 88 right below that wreath, you have everything sorted out for you. If you're on yellow side, you kind of do what I'm doing here. Obviously, it's a little more precise. You got to be at 272. Got to align that little thing with your crate, just like that. And then you can chuck it. Obviously, it's not going to work every time. There will be some pitfalls here and there where you miss or you overdo it. This also depends on your sensitivity. So just make sure, I was at 269 there, so 272 probably should have been better. If you want to adjust this, feel free to. So actually, if you're on the yellow house side, the more you push to the right, the further right in their spawn it's going to go. So when I do this, I'm at 274 here. You can see that, like, I was further to the right there. However, the problem with that spot was that that's a way more uncommon spot. 272 is one of the most perfect. Oh, wrong screen. 272 is the most perfect because anyone who's coming out of this spot is going to get nailed. If you want to go to like 276, maybe 275, you can get anyone coming out of here. And then that's up to personal preference from there. But yeah, hope you all enjoyed this short video. Happy New Year, by the way. And good luck on your Hail Mary challenges. And enjoy those animated calling cards. Bye-bye.